Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So work out the arc length from 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 0 to 2. So work out this length here. Okay. So press pause and have a go. Okay. So to do this, look at the formula here. You're going to need f prime. So imagine this as being a function here, and then you're going to need f prime. So you need to differentiate the whole lot. So differentiating the whole lot will give you this. Hang on, it will give you this. So differentiate this. That will then these two will cancel out, giving you 1, and then this power here gets minus by 1. So 4/3 minus 1, which will be which will blah blah blah. And then differentiate this, it will give you this. This one just disappears. So f prime equals this, and then and then and then and then if you look at the formula, we've got f prime here, but then we need to square it, and then after we've squared it, we need to add 1, and then after we've added 1, we need to write in the form of something squared, so that later on this square root will kill off this square here. Okay, so we've got, at the moment we've got f prime already. We need to square it now. So f prime is this. Square it would mean you getting this and multiplying by itself. So it's this times this, and then that will take you to this times this will give you this, this times this, and then later on you got this times this. That will give you 2 lots of whatever here. Okay, and then the last part, this times this, a negative and a negative. That will give you a positive, and then this times this would give you this. Okay, so now look at this here. This times this. That means you're going to get this plus this, giving you x to the power of 0. X to the power of 0 is 1. So so this whole thing here becomes a half. Okay, so this thing here becomes a half. And then so now hang on. So now we've got this. Don't forget we need to add 1 to both sides. Well, adding 1 to both sides, well, looking at this half here, if you add 1, it will give you positive a half. So now this thing here equals this thing here. Okay. Let's merge them all together. So here you've got in effect 3 fractions here. Merge them all together because we are currently here. If you look back at the formula here, well, we are currently here. We need to write it in the form of something squared, so that later on we can easily square root this whole thing here. So currently we've got this, but we need to write it in the form of something squared. So so now looking, well, if you look at this here, hang on, let's go back to the original formula here. So currently we've got this at the moment. Later on we need to square root it. So rewrite this thing here as something squared. So later on it will be really easy to square root it. Okay. So hang on. So currently we've got this at the moment. Okay. So currently, bear with me. So currently we've got this at the moment. So let's merge these together. So that will then take us to this, and then add them all together. That will then take us to this. So you can see that at the moment we've got 1 plus f prime of x. So we've got this thing squared plus 1. So this thing here equals this thing here. But we want to write it in the form of something squared. Well, something squared is really you trying to write this whole thing here as something times by itself. Okay, so and then split this up to a 4. So later on, this times this will give you a 16. Well, try to rewrite this in the form of something times by itself. Okay. Well, stare at this for a while. If you stare at this for a while, then you can see that you can see that if you get this times by itself, it will give you this thing here. Okay, so if you try and stare at this for, if you stare at this for a while, and then after a while you hopefully you would be able to get to here, to this stage here. Okay, so here we've got this thing squared in a way. Okay, and then now, so what we've got here is this thing squared. Well, this thing squared here. Okay, so going back to the original formula for the arc length, let's put this whole thing into this thing here, So when you square root it, it's really you just getting rid of this. So putting this whole thing here into this thing here, that will then take you to this stage here. Okay, and don't forget we are evaluating it from 0 to 2, and yeah, well, when you put 0 into well, at the moment we are at this stage here. So now visualize this as one fraction, so that's this bit here, and visualize it as another fraction here. So now we just need to integrate it. So integrating it will give you this. Okay. When you come to integrate this, it's really you. Well, what you should do is you're looking for something that when you differentiate it, it will give you this thing here. Make your guess to be this. One more than this. Well, one more than that would be 2 over 3. So this should be your initial guess. But when you differentiate this, it will give you 2 over 3 x to the power, and then this thing here gets minus by 1, so minus a third. Okay, so this bit here matches up with this, but let's negate this. Negating that will give you well, if you make your initial guess to be this. Okay, so now make this to be your initial guess, and when you differentiate this now, it will give you this thing here. But now we need to take into account this a quarter here. So well, it will be this. So now it's really this times this. That will give you the 3, and then this times this. That will give you the 8. Well, anyway, if you differentiate this, it will give you this thing here. Okay. So from here, integrate it. It will take you to. Oops. It will take you to. Oops. Hang on. It will take you to here. And then blah blah blah. The overall answer should be roughly 2.49. So this length here is roughly 2.49 roughly. Okay.